All right. Thanks all for having me up today. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the future of brand loyalty. Do we have slides? Okay. Well, I'm going to intro myself and see if slides show up, and then I'll rip it without them if needed. Okay, we're a few slides ahead now. All right, so why Web3 loyalty is inevitable. First, as a quick intro, I'm Zach. I lead Snag Solutions, and as a quick background on me, prior to this, my co-founder and I were early leaders and builders at DoorDash. And that's relevant because a lot of the mental models I'm going to be talking about on why loyalty is broken, why subscription has improved on that, and why membership is a key future for loyalty are rooted in some of the work that I did previously. But on the Snag front, we work with top games brands and creators, including Pudgy Penguins, Rolling Loud, and 100 plus others. But first, let's talk about the problems with brand loyalty today. When we look at traditional loyalty, there was a landmark analysis by Oliver Wyman that found that most loyalty programs fail. And there's two key inputs to loyalty P&Ls. One is the ability to shift user behavior in order to take advantage of the benefits of loyalty. And the second is the benefit that is given up through the program P&L. And the problem with distributed loyalty programs is it's really hard to understand the percentage of users that are actually changing behavior in order to take advantage of that benefit, resulting in the vast majority of consumer P&Ls think 1% cash back on all items that ended up losing money. Enter subscription. Subscription was the biggest growth hack or unlock of the 21st century, I would argue. Obviously, we got Amazon Prime in the top left here that really shifted things, and many have followed suit. But really what membership does, or at its core, or subscription, I should say, is it segments users based on willingness to change behavior in order to take advantage of a benefit. And so as subscribers pay in order to take advantage of the benefits of the subscription program, brands are able to more accurately target those incentives to users who are willing to pay. And so if you think about, I'm going to make some numbers up for Amazon Prime, they probably have a $3 to $4 higher profit per order on non-Prime orders driven by delivery fee. But what they're doing is subsidizing cheap growth, and subscribers order 5 to 10x more on average. And when you layer in the $10 to $15 Amazon Prime fee, the net profit per user is larger, but more importantly, it's subsidizing cheap growth that's much lower cost than paying for customer acquisition cost via ad platforms like Facebook and Google. The problem with membership today is we're all sick of membership, right? As we go down the long tail of subscription programs, they fail to add adequate value, users are churning, and what we all know as unbundling is starting to fail, especially for the long tail of brands. So how does Web3 fix this? With loyalty programs before, there was perceived value from increased engagement and revenue, minus the incremental cost of discounts and program expenses, which led to theoretical profit. With Web3 loyalty, we decrease incremental cost. That's by replacing costly benefits and discounts in part with digital collectibles, which largely don't have any cost to the business. I really liked the Air Baltic talk earlier today, talking about tokenizing moments within their company and platform. And by providing those to users as assets, they're able to provide utility at low to no cost, scale that to sexier businesses like sports teams, video games, et cetera. And there's even bigger opportunities to increase perceived user value without driving up a massive cost line item. And then the second one, obviously, is increased sales. You can actually monetize digital memberships, digital collectibles, and tie that into the revenue side of the P&L, leading to an opportunity for greater profits. So taking a step back here, I really like to think about everything on the loyalty, tokenomics, et cetera, side from a P&L perspective. So what is it that most brands, games, and creators want? They want to drive direct purchasing, right? Let's talk about games for a second. They want to drive purchasing of in-game assets, purchasing of the game itself. They want to drive marketing. Super excited about some of the stuff going on with social farming right now as we're starting to directly decentralize advertising models and enable points and value to accrue to users versus platforms, which is one of the fundamental problems in the VC model today with seekage of value back to Facebook and Google. And then we have usage, right? So coming back to the gameplay example, we need users, we need rich game loops, and having meaningful participation within the network, doing those organic activities that lead whales, value providers to really receive value from the game, of course, matters. And gaming is just a great example for this, but the more and more we go into the 21st century, everything is gaming. So finally, I'm just going to talk quickly about one example of this that's more of a real world partner of ours today. We're doing everything marketplace, loyalty, and gamification for Rolling Loud, which is an international music festival with 6+ annual festivals across Asia, Europe, and the US. And with Rolling Loud, they launched this program back in a world where royalties existed. And the strong thesis was that the secondary sales from collectible sales would largely subsidize the cost of ticketing. And as we all know, royalties barely exist today. And so what we're doing with Rolling Loud is, coming back to that last slide that we just presented, we're solving problems across all sides of their business. We're directly giving users points for purchasing assets, 1,000 points per asset, only if they pay royalty. We're helping existing holders accrue value, 10 points per day for every day that they hold their token. Don't list it, but only if they paid royalty on it. So really trying to take the other side of the royalties problem via a carrot and stick approach. And then beyond royalties, we're directly incentivizing social, starting with Twitter, but we'll be hooking in Instagram very soon so that their broader audience can start to earn points, not just the membership community, via participation in social, scaling Rolling Loud messaging, and then of course, direct purchasing at festivals. So starting to take in data via API on ticketing purchases, concession purchases, et cetera. And this model, to some degree, applies even better in the Web3 gaming sphere. Gaming's continuing to innovate on the forefront of loyalty and engagement. But I expect these concepts to scale back to major brands quite soon as subscriptions get replaced by membership. Thank you. Any questions?
You mentioned before for like the subscriptions, there was this increased perceived value at least, right, for the customer. And then like now we are bored of subscriptions. How would you, like in terms of, let's say, marketing or positioning or storytelling, put membership then so that it's not perceived as another form of subscription? So where is the value for the membership like thing?
Thank you for that. That's a talk track I left out. Yeah, so the way I'd position this is membership gives every company the ability to treat early believers, super fans as pre-IPO employees. And unlike subscription that has no terminal value or exit opportunity, those users who buy multiple assets or participate in growing the brand via social participation or other core engagement activities, they have the ability to actually benefit on the back end as they have opportunities to exit the asset. I think tying back to the Air Baltic talk earlier, if you move out of the Nordics, that's going to be a whole lot less valuable. I'm not a huge, hip hop festival guy myself, but in college, I may have bought one of these, and today as an entrepreneur, I'd have the opportunity to sell it and benefit on the back end. So thank you. Anyone else? Awesome. Thanks all.